Don't call it small. If God called it a seed, from despising small beginnings to trusting kingdom growth. And it's based on Matthew chapter 13, verses 33 to 32, and Mark chapter 4, verses 30 to 32, and Luke chapter 13, verses 18 to 19. And this is the hard-hitting intro. You keep looking at what God placed in your life and calling it too small. Too small to matter, too small to make a difference, too small to become anything significant, and too small to be worth your patience, your prayers, or your obedience. But be careful, because what you're calling small, God may be calling a seed. And a seed is not weak because it is tiny. A seed is powerful because it is carrying the future you cannot see yet. Jesus said the kingdom of heaven is like a mustard seed, the smallest beginning, planted in the ground, growing beyond what anyone expected until it becomes a place where others can come and find rest. That means God does not need something to look impressive at the start for it to be full of his purpose. You may be staring at a small prayer, a small step of obedience, a small dream, a small act of faith, a small beginning after a long season of disappointment. And because it does not look like much yet, you are tempted to neglect it, doubt it, or walk away from it. But what if the very thing you are overlooking is the thing that God intends to grow? What if the prayer you barely whispered is the beginning of stronger faith? What if the apology you finally made is the seed of healing? What if the habit you started in secret is the root of a transformed life? What if the small yes you gave God is carrying branches you cannot even imagine yet? The enemy would love for you to despise the seed before it ever has a chance to become a tree. He wants you frustrated by the size, embarrassed by the beginning, impatient with the process, distracted by someone else's branches, while you abandon what God planted in your own soil. But this reset is here to confront that lie. Small does not mean insignificant. Hidden does not mean forgotten. Slow does not mean stalled. And a seed does not need to look like a tree to be full of life. Over the next 14 days, we're going to stop measuring God's work by how impressive it looks right now. We are going to stop mocking beginnings that heaven has already blessed. We are going to stop comparing our seed to someone else's shade. And we are going to learn how to trust God, who takes what looks tiny, plants it with purpose, grows it with power, and turns it into something that can shelter more than just us.